Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Afro Gardener. Today I wanted to give you guys a June update on my garden. Let's get into it.
I dream of you, and I if I dream of you every night. Dream of you, and I if I dream of you every night. Dream of you, and I if I dream of you.
Right here I have some sage, mint, some tatsoi, choy, and some nasturtium flowers coming up over here. And right here I have some bok choy, some Bates collard greens, some more choy, and also some purple Lady Bok choy. My peas here are still doing pretty good, but you can tell here at the bottom, right here where they're turning yellow, that they're about to be spent. There's still quite a bit of peas and flowers on here. I don't know if y'all can see this flower. There's still plenty of flowers and peas that I need to get over here and pick. I've been picking them every day, and so yeah, they're still doing really well, but I'll be pulling this out and I'll be putting some beans here instead. In this bed I have some old-fashioned pole beans. I had a different type of trellis here, but for the amount of plants that I planted, it wasn't going to be conducive for that, so I ended up replacing it with this. This is just two bamboo sticks, bamboo poles, excuse me, two bamboo poles and some welding wire that I got from Home Depot. Have some cilantro, it's growing well, some parsley and some scarlet kale, some collard greens, some sweet and mammoth basil, tatsoi greens. First of all, can we just talk about how beautiful the tatsoi is? The way that it grows, it's really, really pretty. I actually harvested a bunch from over in the other bed this morning and ate me a salad, and it was really good. It's very small, so these leaves are great that you can just snap off and throw in a salad, rinse them off really good, and it's really tasty. Here I had some lettuce growing here just as an experiment, really, and I did try it, and it was extremely bitter. I was really curious to see what I could plant and what I could keep going through the spring as far as cold weather crops, but the lettuce, no ma'am. I cannot grow lettuce through the June. It was disgusting. It was very bitter, and it had a very bitter taste, and so I pulled that out, and I had put some okra in here, so that's coming up right there. Here I have some tongues of fire beans. This one that's looks like it'll be ready soon. Tongues of fire beans, and there's a bunch of flowers and other smaller ones on here, if y'all can see. And also, like if I lift this up, these are some purple dove beans, and it has these little purple pods right there. But I've been trying to wait. I get really antsy because I'm impatient and I want to pick them, but I'm not. I've been keeping myself under control, and there's a bunch of flowers in there, if y'all can see that. This is going to get really pretty. It did set off, these are a bush type variety of beans, but it did set off some runners. So I put some, just some bamboo poles right here. I didn't try to make it a teepee or anything. I just kind of put two there. I haven't really got around to trying to make it really pretty, but it's been working really well for me. Right here I have this huge Cosmo plant. Y'all, this is only one plant. This is from one seed, one. And it's about to start pushing out heads of flowers. It's so pretty. Then we'll come over to this bed. My miracles have arrived, and they are gorgeous. They're so pretty, y'all. Look at that orange. Look at that. I wanted to do my update like in the evening, just so, because like when the sun hits this area, look how beautiful these are. It's beautiful. They're really pretty. And here is this is my Big Daddy Vates collard green plant. The other ones over there are not as old as this one, but this is the Big Daddy of all those. Look how big it is. Like just to scale, like this is my hand. I have a small hand anyway, but look at this. It's beautiful. It's huge. And I've been looking at recipes on how to use the leaves because I don't have that many, but I did want to utilize the leaves and see what I could do with them. I got some blue curled kale right here, some Japanese mustard greens that are getting pretty new, but they're getting pretty big, but they're fairly new. And what I did realize I could keep growing is the root vegetables. These leaves on my tomatoes were getting really massive. They were very big. And so it provided a lot of shade here. And so I already know that this is going to be a pretty big turnip. I have some other little turnips planted underneath here. Because these tomatoes, let me tell you, I'm going to get there in a minute though. So hold on. But yeah, I'm going to see how long they will grow and see if they'll keep putting out root vegetables before they start to flower. This is my tomato section right here. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 tomato plants in this section, and they started to kind of get big, and I wanted to offer them a lot of support. So I gave them each their own bamboo to kind of grow onto, and I just used what I had, y'all. Like, this is just some really soft yarn that I had because I do like to crochet, and so this is just some yarn that I had that I just tied the plants with, and I did that with all of them. This is my pepper section. I was really worried about my peppers because I planted them way too early, and then we had like the random frost, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna get no peppers. But they have bounced back a lot. They have started to grow, and they are starting to put off these little flowers. This one, I did not start this one from seed. This is a cayenne pepper plant. I did not start this one from seed. I bought this one, and so it's already starting to flower really well. But these 3 I did start from seed, and I had them out here way too early. So next year I know that I'm not even going to try to put them out until the beginning of May. May 1st is when I'm going to probably be putting my peppers out because they was really struggling. These are my 2 Brussels sprout plants. I don't have any Brussels sprouts yet, and I have been doing some research on how they grow, and I've just been keeping them watered and trying to let them do their thing, but I have not seen any Brussels sprouts yet. If I don't see any, that's okay. I can still use the leaves, and so that's what I'm going to do. They're getting huge, and the leaves are massive. They're huge, and yeah, so I'm just waiting on the actual Brussels sprouts. So yeah, here I have my carrots. Let me tell you about these carrots. Okay, so I pulled some, and they had like these really big tops, right? And they was like this big. And I was like, why? What happened? But I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what happened. The soil here is really loose, and so they're not like funky looking. They're pretty much straight. I'm just not really sure why I have small ones, but I'm gonna keep letting them grow and just see if they just needed more time. Because like I told y'all, I am impatient, so I might have had something to do with it, but I'm not really sure. I have more of these Japanese giant mustard greens. I absolutely love these because look how awesome. I planted these a couple weeks ago to fill in the space, and y'all, look how big they are already. And they're just, I really, really enjoy them. I really like them. I got some more peppers here that popped up. They popped up on their own. I didn't plant those there, but I decided to leave them there because they were doing really great. So, and here I have some nasturtium and some chamomile. I had my Swiss chard. As you can see, as you can see. As you can see, I've been using it. I used it this morning for a salad earlier, and so it'll be back like next week, so I ain't even worried about it. And also, here's my Purple Lady Bok choy, which is crazy. It's growing like crazy. I just harvested some, and it's just popping back. But as you can see, it is getting insect damage. It is getting eaten up, so I'm not really sure how long it's going to be able to hold on. But this one looks like it's trying to go to flower. I had one flower the other day, and I was like, no. So I'm hoping that that one's not trying to go to seed already. But if it does, I already have a plan on what to put in this area. I do have some bare spots just because of what I had there as far as like in the early spring. And so I'm just thinking of ways I can fill up these spaces. Y'all, look at my asparagus. It's doing really great. So I'm really excited about that. If I could just get these weeds under control, that would be amazing. Here is my country okra. I have several of these. There's 3 here, and I also have some over here. Y'all can see in this section. Again, I planted them a little too early. I should have just started them in the house and just kept them in the house, but I didn't. And so they were really struggling with the cold, random cold snaps that we were having. And so they were really having a hard time, but they're doing great now. Here's my other Cosmo plant. Y'all, look at this thing. Is huge. It's huge. I've been deadheading the spent flowers, and so it's just been pushing out flowers. These are all new. This one is on here. That's a new one right there. And then they're just so pretty. Hello. I'm gonna leave her alone. My sunflowers are just getting super huge. I have a bunch of zinnias coming up. I think they're starting to mature. Some more sunflowers, some nasturtium, some marigolds, some cosmos. I just wanted so many different types of flowers. I just threw, after I planted the flowers that I wanted, I threw like a wildflower mix in here, which was cool, but only thing is it also came with some like weeds, so I wasn't really excited about that, but I'm not complaining. And this nasturtium has finally started to put out flowers. Y'all, look at this. They're beautiful. I've always loved flowers, y'all. Like, I love flowers. And then here, so remember when I was telling y'all I went kind of crazy with the chamomile? Yeah, this is the type of crazy I was telling y'all about. I planted a bunch of chamomile. This is dill, but this is all chamomile, some basil, sweet basil, and then there's also some thyme in here. This was supposed to be like my herb bed, but again, the frost was really it was really annoying. I'm not even gonna lie, it was like really annoying, but it's fine now. And then I have this beauty. This is a chocolate cherry sunflower, so it's going to be beautiful whenever it blooms. It's going to be really pretty. I have another one over there. But this one, I love it. It's not perfect, and that's fine. And I do plan on maybe redoing it and making it sit up a little bit higher. But for now, it's serving its purpose, and I cannot wait until it starts to bloom. I'm really excited. I hope you guys liked this video. If you have any comments or any questions about anything, please leave me a comment. If you got a comment, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you guys. As always, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.